Child-free women are becoming a threat to the society because when a woman no longer chooses marriage, being a wife, or selfless motherhood as the purpose of a life, instead she's focusing on herself, putting herself first, you are becoming a threat to the very system that's oppressing you. Because patriarchy and capitalism has been benefiting so much from women's sacrifice, silence, and suffering. And all of a sudden, you're not playing their games. So who's gonna give birth to more cheap laborers to keep the rich richer? How dare you? And also, a child-free woman is going to put up with a lot less bullshit than women with kids does. Imagine this, you're a working mom, your boss treats you like shit, there ain't no much benefits for you, but you can't leave because you got babies to feed. Now compare that to child-free women. She can look in the manager's eyes and say F you and leave today because she ain't got nobody to take care of except for herself. A child-free woman is a woke woman and she's not controllable or governable, and they don't like that.
I'm almost 43. I'm child-free. This was done intentionally. And I don't think that I should ever be shamed for my choice not to have a child. I'm an aunt, and I would be pulled limb from limb for those kids, but I still don't want any. I feel like we've been conditioned by society to feel like as women, it's like our life's purpose because we were gifted by God to have children. And I've always known at a very young age that that was not something that I wanted to participate in. So as your big sister or aunt, I want to tell you young ladies, if you decide not to have kids, that is okay, my love. And if you do want to have kids, baby, listen to me. It should be a well thought out, planned thing, and you should absolutely take into consideration the person that you are having that kid or those children with. That this is not something that God intended for you to do alone, and that's happening way too much in our society. I love you. Whatever you decide, I love you.
Y'all, the way that I was like distraught 3 or 4 months ago because I didn't want kids, and I was with someone who did, right? I was with a healthy, loving, kind partner, and he wanted biological children of his own someday, and I didn't. I decided that that was not for me, that motherhood was a trap that I did not want to fall into. More power to you if you wanted them, and that's like a lifestyle choice that you want. Hell yeah, I support you, but not for me. And I was distraught every day. I was reading books, I was reading art, I was polling people with kids, I was polling people who chose not to have kids. Like, I was out of my mind trying to like make myself want them, right? And then I just couldn't. And I'm so glad that I honored those feelings and I exited that relationship, as hard as it was, as hard as it's been to go no contact with someone that I cared very deeply about. And now I get to see all of these like TikToks of like, oh, birth rate declining for the first time ever, like less teens pregnant compared to like, this is like the first time that we've had less teen pregnancies than 40 plus pregnancies, and we're seeing less and less women have kids, and how it's going to impact the fucking greedy capitalist society that we have built for ourselves. I am so excited and proud that I stuck by what I really wanted, and I'm excited that I didn't force myself to like try to want kids, or like I just knew in my gut I didn't want them, and now I'm so grateful that I stuck by that. As hard as that decision was, I'm over the moon that I get to be a part of that generation of women who are saying fuck no to motherhood.
People be like, you really don't think you're ever going to want kids? You're not going to change your mind? You'll probably change your mind. No, we're not going to change our mind. You know why? It's Monday at 12:50. I woke up an hour ago. I decided my back hurts. I'm going to go get a massage. Here I am at the spa. Booked myself a little 1 hour full body. Stopped for a latte before. And then we're going to go into the sauna and the hot tub because it's included in my day pass. And then I'm going to leave. And I have a few errands to run. They're not urgent. Probably going to stop at a few stores. Maybe a little Home Goods, a little TJ Maxx action. Take my sweet time because I have no one to answer to today. And then I'm going to go home with my husband and my cats and rot and enjoy the rent we pay for and the quiet. The key word, quiet. Why would I ever want to change that?
I'm calling to older child-free women, and actually all women in general. I made a post about being 38, single, child-free, and happy, and men are losing their damn minds in this comment section. They're leaving lots of comments like this, like, talk to me in 10 years, then you're going to be miserable, and there's lots of reasons for that. One of which is because we've put our sole sense of purpose and connection into the individual family unit, and we're so disconnected from tribe and community in our Western society. But if you are 40 or above and have chosen or not chosen a child-free life, where you talk about whether or not you regret that or if you're happy with your decision. If you're a parent that has had a child and you actually really struggled with that decision or you have any regrets about it, where you share your story. And if you are you're happily in your motherhood, where you share what factors you think made that so successful for you. I want young women especially to be able to have a wide perspective of the different lives that are available to them so that they can make decisions out of choice.
Parents who are confused on what child-free people do all day never had a personality to begin with and never had hobbies that they were interested in, and therefore they resorted to having children in order to occupy their time. If you're boring, just say you're boring. Those of us who choose not to have children aren't boring. That's why we're not bored with our lives. It strikes me as the same conversation of the people that are like, if I didn't have a job, I don't know what I would do all day. I would get so bored. Could never be me. People who get in my comment section and try to insult me by saying that I'm unemployed or this is unemployed behavior is the best compliment someone could ever give me, because you're right. I love not going into a job. I like to decide what I do with my time. I like to decide how I make money. Oftentimes when I hear parents say these types of things, I just think to myself, like, damn, you probably didn't want to have kids, but you did it because you thought that's what you were supposed to do, and now you're stuck with this decision for the rest of your life. And see people who are child-free living their best life, going on vacation, having more disposable income, and you are missing out.
People love to shame those that are child-free, talking about it is not a flex to not want kids or not have kids. Ooh, I beg to differ. It's a huge flex being self-aware, to think things through on a logical lens before you bring a kid into this capitalistic society. Misery really loves company, and a lot of these parents just want you to suffer. They like, if I have to work a job that I hate, so do you. So I'm gonna bring you into this existence to suffer with me. Just because you can procreate doesn't mean you should. A lot of these kids never ask to be in this dysfunctional household with you. But unfortunately, y'all have kids out of boredom. Just because you can, just because you are horny, just because it is the adult thing to do, doesn't mean it's the brightest thing to do. Y'all really gotta lay off trying to bash those that are choosing not to reproduce, because we're not moving off of emotions. We're not moving off of feelings. We're not moving off of horniness or just doing something because the Bible said to reproduce and multiply. We're thinking on a conscious level. We see that the world is on fire. Why would I bring a kid into a world that is on fire, that is burning down, that is crumbling as we speak? I'm not going to sacrifice them. I will sacrifice myself for the greater good. I will break the generational curses. It will end right here with me. All right? I will heal my own inner child before I bring a child just to traumatize them.
The reason why men hate child-free women is because they can't trap us. Relationships might start out all well and good, but a man locks you down for life when you have his baby. Even if you're not with him, even if you're not married to him, he still has his pinchers in you. The reason that they hate child-free women is because we get to say no to them. We get to choose ourselves every single day. And that's not to say women with kids aren't able to choose themselves every day, but they always have to consider that man. A man can make your life hell on the back of you having his child. A man can switch up the relationship as soon as you're pregnant because he knows he's locked it down. As a child-free woman, I can pick myself, I can buy a house, I can get educated, I can get a mortgage, I can get a bank account, I can do all of the things that we used to need men for, and they are pressed. Because we're also starting to wake up. Look at Sister Hong. Sister Hong is literally telling women, do not value being picked because they will pick anything. So if you are a child-free woman and they are saying you gotta have a baby, it's the best thing ever, it's the most important job in the world, it's not. It's not. The most important job that you have in this world is to be your best and to rise to your highest. And generally, a man will tether you down, and how they do that is by getting you pregnant. We have only had 50 years to build as females, and look at where we're at. They are so pressed because we realize we don't even need them to have a baby. We can go to a sperm bank. So think long and hard before you let a man put a baby in you, because that is the biggest decision you will ever make. And even when the situation is perfect, it's still fucking hard.
What does a woman in her 30s even do that doesn't have kids at this point?
I'm glad you asked. So I recently bought a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia. I'll be in Chiang Mai for 2 weeks. I'm going to the Floating Lanterns Festival. Then I'm going to Bangkok for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to Phuket for an entire month to hop the islands. Then after that, I fly back to Bangkok for New Year's. And then I'm going to go to the Philippines for a month. And while I'm in the Philippines, I'm taking this 4-day boat expedition from El Nido to Coron. And it's 4 days on a boat with 20 strangers. On the boat has all the gear for snorkeling, kayaking, literally anything you want to do. There's not really an itinerary. You just kind of like hop around all the different islands. And then at night, you dock on these random islands and you sleep in these little huts that are right on the beach. After that, I'm going to be in the Philippines for about 2 more weeks, but I don't really have anything planned. And then I need to leave and go to a different country, but I also don't have anything booked yet. You guys know where I should go after the Philippines? Leave it in the comments because I literally have no idea where to go. I'm thinking Vietnam, but I'm not sure. So that's what I'm doing in my 30s without kids. What are you doing?
Part of me was nervous to speak on this again because the last time I did, my comments were flooded with hate. People even wished infertility on me just because I said I didn't want to be a mom. But that kind of reaction is why we need to have these conversations. If you're someone who's child-free or unsure, this video is for you. I was lucky enough to be raised by a mom who always told me to focus on myself, my goals, my career, and my dreams. And that's been my mindset ever since. But even then, I used to think, maybe when I'm 30, I'll have a baby, I'll change my mind. But the older I got, the more I started thinking about what being a parent really entails. And then I asked myself, do I even want this at all? People aren't gonna like this one, but here's the truth. Being a mom is different. A child always needs their mother, and I know myself. I know I wouldn't want to miss a single moment. I want to be there for everything. I'd want to stay home. And to me personally, that would feel like losing myself. I don't want to lose my identity and become just mom. Society puts women in a box too easily, and I'm not here for it. I want to live a full, rich life as Natani, not as someone's mother. I want to thrive in career. I want freedom. I want me. Even with the tons of support I would have had, I know I would still be the one holding it all. I would still be the mom. So even then, I had to be honest with myself. Why do I want a baby? Is it for the cute moments, the Instagram pictures, the matching outfits, I want to see what my baby would look like? When I really sat with all of that, I was like, this is selfish. There is no truly selfless reason to have a child, and I think we all need to be honest about that. This choice takes a lot of self-awareness and thinking with your head instead of your heart. I personally also struggle with my mental health. And I know how I'd want to show up for a child, but I don't think I could in the way I'd want to. And I would never want to fail them in that way. And I think about the trauma I could pass down without even realizing it. And beyond the emotional weight, there's financial. Diapers, food, childcare, future colleges, cars, everything. It's a lot. And let's be real, mothers are not cared for in America. They're not protected, they're not prioritized, so that goes in with my whole everything. I love my freedom. And my relationship is precious to me, and I want to protect what we have. We're happy, we're full, and we don't need anything else to feel complete. I love sleeping in on the weekends with my fiance, I love traveling, I love buying shoes, bags, all of it. And I love not having someone relying on me 24/7. I just love my freedom, and that's not something I'm willing to give up just to check a box. Not done yet. There's also the bigger picture. Global warming, racism, and the cruelty and instability of this world. There is so many people hurting right now, and if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of evil in this world. Like, I already feel like I want to protect my unborn child from afar. So for anyone wondering where they stand, here's the truth I landed on. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And I'd rather regret not having a child in the future than regret having one. And never let anybody make you feel bad for making a decision for yourself. Do what's best for you. At the end of the day, this is your life, live it how you want to. And you don't always have to go the traditional route. So that's how I feel about being child-free. If you guys have any questions or want me to dive deeper on anything I said, let me know, and I hope this helps.
Now that the birth rate is at an all-time low, this is a guide for how child-free women can be spending their money. So here we have our luxury pyramid as always. Well, on the Bugetto level of child-free women, these are people that have invested a little bit of money into their hobbies like tennis, maybe crocheting or knitting. They like to have candles in their home to add a little extra feel, and they probably go out for brunch every now and again with the girls. But for the most part, if you're on this Bugetto level, you are spending your money on you. Now, as you get up to the bougie level here, these women have probably got a dog, which should not be confused with a human child. They also have taken the step to hire an in-house cleaner because they're just so over it, they don't want to do it. And they're taking an occasional holiday, probably to a really nice resort. It's luxury, it's great. But on this level, it's important to note that you are also spending your money on you. But the reason why this is green is because you have more money. Now, once you get this bougie level, this is where you've hit the jackpot. Because here you're probably spending some money on Christmas gifts for your nieces and nephews. You probably invested in a house of some sort, although you don't need to. But you are really focusing on spending your money on you. The reason why this is in red here is because you don't play about you. You are a necessity. So when you look at the entire pyramid here, I'm sure you can notice that all levels of women are spending their money on who? Themselves. I hope you guys really keep this in mind as we move forward and keeping that birth rate low. Thank you.
What do women even do in their 30s if they don't have kids? What are they doing? I'm glad you asked, Nosy. I'm married, no children. My sister's married, she doesn't have any children. And my girlfriend, single, no children. We are going to adult summer camp in St. Lucia. And every day you get a massage and a facial. They have Pilates, they have yoga, they have meditation, they have sound bath, they have wellness shots, any and everything that you could think of. And it's all inclusive at the price of about what would be monthly daycare.
No, because being a woman without kids right now at this point in history, it is the best, most exclusive club to be a part of. We are living the lives that so many of our ancestors, the women who came before us, wanted to live, but literally couldn't. They couldn't even dream of having the freedom that we have created for ourselves. And according to the worst of the worst, according to Elon Musk, JD Vance, like, we are public enemy number one. We are the biggest threat to their lifestyle, their livelihood, and thus they attack us, they belittle us. But it's because they're scared of us. We hold the birth rate in the palm of our hands. And if it continues to drop, they will have no choice but to restructure and reallocate funds to women having babies. So we are literally actively making things better and creating benefits for the women who come after us. And for all the women out there who do want kids. It feels so good.
In honor of the birth rate declining, I would like to share 10 reasons why you should not have kids. This video is for child-free people. Parents, you should skip this one because it may put you in a bad space. I'm giving you a sec. Go ahead and skip. This is just for child-free people. I don't want to put you in a bad headspace, okay? Okay, here we go. One, they are very expensive. If you love money and you are already struggling to make money, don't have a kid. It's going to be worse. It's gonna get worse. They're so expensive. Have you seen how much childcare costs? Diapers, food, not to mention medical costs. What's wrong with your baby? Enough said. Number two, you might get jealous of your baby. A lot of people don't talk about this, but a lot of people are jealous of their child. The jealousy can come in the fact that if you do have a partner, which we all hope you do, it's great because it does take a village to raise a child. If you have a partner, that partner will put that baby before you, and you may feel a type of way about it in some instances. You may feel weird that they care more about the baby than you. Also, too, a lot of people get jealous of their children if they get opportunities they didn't have. We all know those people. So just, you might be jealous. You gotta share the spotlight. Maybe that one's just for us Leos, I don't know. Number three, if you are the one carrying the baby, your body changes in all types of crazy ways, and it's not guaranteed it's ever gonna go back. I've heard pregnancy brain is a wild thing, and some people's brain never goes back to normal. Your titties are never the same if you have breasts. And sometimes your down there ain't the same either. Sometimes it never goes back to normal. I used to know a mother who said that after she had her baby, she could never wear a tampon again. It just fell out. And I was like, exactly. I also just saw a video. If you follow April Buckles, I saw her. She has a loose anus. A loose anus? Goodbye. Number four, you cannot slack off and take a break in life. I mean, maybe you can take a break like if someone watches your baby, but you can't really take a year or two just to like really like fucking ruin your life if you want to, or take a break. Like, you always gotta be working because you gotta support that child. I love the fact that if I get tired of this fucking rat race, I can check out whenever I want. I'm only responsible for myself. Well, and my pets too. But I'm responsible for myself. And if I choose that, you know what? I'm actually don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna just check out. I could just choose to be homeless, or I could choose to just go live somewhere off the grid, you know? Can't really do that with a child. I mean, I guess you could, but is it best for them? Number five. That child might have more children. So you may become a grandparent, and that part is really scary to me because it's like, what if I did it? You know, some people are one and done. You have it, and then now that child has children, okay? The worst thing for me when I think about being a grandparent is the fact that if my child's partner passes away, okay? Now I gotta be a parent. They're all coming back to my house. I thought I was an empty nester, and now I got baby kids running around screaming again. I would be a terrible grandparent. I'm just letting you know right now. And that ties into number 6, is kind of related. You could become a single parent at any moment. Some people start off as single parents, that's totally fine. But if you are partnered and you have a partner or a spouse, that person unfortunately could pass away at any moment from an accident, from a random fucking heart attack, random fucking embolism. Was that called a brain embolism? Aneurysm. That's what the word is, aneurysm. And they can be a single parent. And that part really scared the shit out of me. It's the fact that you could become a single parent at any moment in time. I mean, think about it. Maybe you fucking hate your partner. Your partner's a fucking worst partner you could think of, and they're a terrible parent, and now you want to get divorced. Now you're a single parent. And single parentness seems really hard. Shout out to all single parents. Y'all, I give you prayers sent to you right now. I send you peace. Number 7, they are not guaranteed to take care of you when you get older. Some people, you may have kids and then they may fucking hate you. They're probably gonna fucking hate you. And if they hate you, why would they take care of you? Also, too, we are all assuming that these kids are gonna make money. What if that child decides they don't want to make any money and they want to live under you their whole entire life? Who's gonna take care of you then? Who's gonna take care of both of y'all? And then also, too, in that same breath, unfortunately, what if that child dies? Are you gonna keep having more and hoping they're gonna take care of you? A child is not a retirement plan. Have your own retirement plan, have your own money, because then now you're taking money out of the mouths of that child's children or that child's life. Have your own retirement. Number 8, this one's crazy, but they could unalive you. They could. It happens. It's not a 0% chance. A lot of children unalive their parents. That is terrifying. And it could be an accident. Number 9, they either eat too much, eat too little, or they're just too picky. And I ain't got time for that, okay? I'm already eat too much, too little, or I'm already too picky. So I can't be dealing with 2 people in the household doing the same thing. I'm not fighting over here and make you sit at the table for 6 hours just to eat 1 piece of broccoli. Get the fuck out of here. Then lastly, number 10, they're nasty. Kids are disgusting. They're sticky. They constantly got drool everywhere. They constantly shitting on themselves. They pick up germs like it ain't nobody's business. Yeah, and they will eat their boogers. And they scratch their booty holes. Ooh, nasty. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like and share. And let me know in the comments your reasons for not having kids. And we can all work together to continue to decrease the birth rate. Thank you.